All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And in this session, we are going to see difference between type 1 and type 2 error. Okay, what is the type 1 error? Type 1 error is the error that we commit or that we do when we reject the null hypothesis. Okay, so in statistics, what you need to know is there are two different types or branches of the statistics. One is the descriptive statistics and another is the inferential statistics. Okay, inferential statistics consist of the hypothesis testing and the confidence interval, right? And in hypothesis testing, first step is to set up the null hypothesis. Second step is to set up the alternative hypothesis. Okay, and if you reject the null hypothesis, then you are in a situation to accept the alternative hypothesis, and if you accept the null hypothesis, then obviously you reject the alternative hypothesis, right? So here type 1 error means that when you reject the null hypothesis, right, or accept the alternative hypothesis, that time when you do the error, that is known as the type 1 error. Okay, and conversely, type 2 error means that when you accept the null hypothesis, during that time when you do error, then that is called as the type 2 error, because when you accept the null hypothesis in error, that is type 2 error, and you will not be able to accept the alternative hypothesis that time. Okay, or you are not correctly rejecting the null hypothesis and accepting the alternative hypothesis, or you are doing the type 2 error. So just understand that the first step is setting up the null hypothesis, and then second step is to set up the alternative hypothesis, and when you reject, then you can accept the alternative hypothesis. So that type 1 error means that error in rejecting, when you reject and saying that your alternative hypothesis is true, that time if there is error, then that is known as the type 1 error. But when you accept the null hypothesis and say that there is no any differences between samples, or those type of thing, then that is called as the type 2 error. Okay, and read more about it, and we will crack more concept in other session as well, okay, regarding the statistics and other concepts regarding the FPGA examination. Okay, thank you so much.